And we're live? All right then. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards. Shout out to the school teachers. Shout out to law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, military personnel. Whatever your job description is, shout out to you. Shout out to every single clean hearted, good hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. You're a good person. Shout out to you. We're compressed this morning. We have a 1 hour live. So it'll be 1 hour, solid 1 hour, and we'll be up out of here in 1 hour. All right. So enjoy the live. Leave your 2 cents or your whatever you have to say in the comment section. The phone lines are open. The number is pinned at the top. 1-806-587-8953. That's on WhatsApp. Call in and say what you got to say. Don't be shy. It's okay. All right. We don't bite. We can't bite it anyway. We're over the phone. Great goodies. Thank you for being the first one in this morning. Let's Bond TV is in the building. Audrey Wright is here. Morning, Faman, present teacher, Miss Goldie Robinson. Thank you for being here. King Biggs is in the building. Nisha is also here with us this morning. Senior Sexy is here. Virtuous Fire. Audrey says, thumbs up. Please hit the thumbs up button as you enter the live. Thank you very much. I appreciate that greatly. Who else? BM is here. Thank you for being here, BM. And Farron is in the building with us this morning. Farron, big up yourself and thanks for tuning in. All right. Without further ado, let's get right into our topics because we have 1 hour. I want to know how the 1 hour fly by really quickly. Every time I try to do a 1 hour live, it ends up being 2 hours, 3 hours, hour and a half. So we're going to stick to the topics. All right. Vybz Kartel making boss moves. Vybz Kartel is making some big boss moves. So we're going to fill you in on what the new boss moves are, as well as we're also going to fill you in on his tour dates. Just a reiteration, a reminder of what's up next for the tour dates. But the boss moves need to be talked about. Beenie Man and D'Angel, they're not really at it, but D'Angel has a new song that's out, and the new song is causing some disturbance in Beenie Man's life. So it has reinvigorated the talk of Beenie Man being a deadbeat daddy, and Beenie Man had something to say about it. So we're going to talk about that as well. And then we're going to give you an update to the Noel Maitland's trial. Noel Maitland, the cop who is charged with the disappearance of and the murder of Donnelly Donaldson, the social media influencer slash businesswoman, Noel Maitland, Donnelly Donaldson. All right. Haven't you been wondering what happened to the case? How we stopped following it? How come we're not hearing anything else? Well, we'll give you the updates on that. Before we do that, though, I missed a topic yesterday. Wifey asked me to talk about it because it was coming down her timeline, and I missed that topic yesterday. So I'm going to start out with that topic, and then I will give you or ask you where to start with the rest. The infantry, the U.S. Oh, wow! I just noticed this. I have on infantry blue shirt today, even though it has a Jamaican message on it, little but with Talawa, right? But this is infantry blue. It's also right there on my CIB. So a lot of messages were coming down her timeline of young people joining the military, particularly young black men. And the bonus, it looks like the bonus that they're giving out are huge. So, you know, $30,000 cash upfront, $60,000, some people getting, that's a lot of money, especially if you're coming from like, let's not mince words. If you're coming from poverty and you're coming from hurt, you know, and you're trying to head somewhere, it's a nice incentive. When I got my bonus, I got $30,000 cash. And I can vouch for you that when you join the military, I'm not going to speak of all branch of military because I don't know, so I can't speak on. I can only speak on what I've experienced, right? This is why I also tell a lot of people, I have no problem you giving me a phone call or send me an email, SouFLoTV@gmail.com, and say, SouFlo, my nephew, my cousin, my brother, my daughter, whoever is getting ready to go into the army, could you give them some tips and some guidance? I've done it for many, many people, not just on this platform, but out in the streets. I've put Jamaicans into the military who are in there now past 10 years going, and they have no intentions of getting out. And they're rising in rank and they're doing super good, right? So with that said, the bonus looked like it's catching a lot of people. I got my bonus going in. My bonus was $30,000. I made sure I got the bonus in writing. There's a lesson to be learned. I've said this before. You might have missed it. If you're doing any business with the military, make sure everything they say to you is never just word of mouth. Make sure it's written and make sure it's signed and stamped at the end of it with a date on that paper, or else it never happened, right? And I can't tell you how many people, when we went through I went infantry. We have the longest schooling after basic training. Our basic and schooling rolls into one. So when people are leaving, we are there still suffering. We have a longer time of suffering to go. But when it's done, I remember everybody running to check their boxes, their email, their accounts, see if the money hit, if your bonus. And I specifically remember people crying, tears, real tears. What happened? I don't think they gave me my bonus. Maybe they did. Maybe it's delayed. Wait another day or two. Me, I ran straight to mines, just like everybody else. I checked. I saw $30,000 deposited into my checking account in one check. You don't know how good that felt to be so young at that time and just see 30 grand in my account at the time, right? So the bonus does come, but you have to get it in writing. Now, as far as the infantry goes, my experience is like this, and I'll be raw as possible, but try to keep it clean. If your nuts don't hang, if you're lacking aggression, or you don't know how to explode, well, all those are taught to you. If 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 you're on the softer side of being a male, do not choose infantry. If being outside of your comfort zone for an extended period of time makes you feel like you can't do this, do not go infantry. Here, about the explode. Me I talk about explode with swift violence. That me I talk, because you'll be surprised. I remember we were going off on one deployment, and this guy just broke down. He was a new guy to our unit. He just broke down and started crying in the hallway. Big, strong guy. Broke down and started crying in the hallway, and they're like, everybody get downstairs now. He's not moving. He's up in the barracks just crying, curled up in a fetal position in the hallway. His team leader is trying to figure out what's wrong with him. Is he having a mental breakdown? What's going on? Listen, bags are packed. We are moving out. Our duffel bags painted red at the bottom of the duffel bag with your last four on the bottom. That means that if you're dead over there, so they send that back and we know somebody missing is him. Turn to find out, through his tears, he was like, I can't kill anybody. I can't see myself killing people. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't tell you how everybody turned on him real quick. You better get your ass downstairs, but you can't kill it. He was in the unit for a minute. He was working out with us, training with us, getting ready for the mission with us. Everything is clear. What's good, what is expected of you, and then last minute come and you crying. You collected your bonus, right? Right. You bought a new truck. You know, you partying on the weekends. You getting your paycheck. You living free in the barracks, and suddenly it's time to really go to work. What you think they gave you that big ass bonus for? For free? You really, it's time to go to work. He crying. So I'll say it to you like this: if you don't have the heart to kill, do not go infantry. Infantry equals kill. I don't give a fuck what nobody else says. Pardon my language. I don't care what nobody else says. Infantry equals kill. Yes, we do peacekeeping missions. Yes, we hold the ground. Yes, we do other things. But you are the one that is expected to close with and destroy the enemy. Boots on the ground. So I can't stress any more how this is your job. Your job, boots on the ground, close with the enemy, and destroy that. That is it. If you're not into kicking in doors, if you're not into taking hostages, if you're not into being in a foreign country, directing traffic and searching vehicles, it's a scary thing because when you go to search those vehicles, you're thinking, as soon as he opened his trunk, it might explode. I'm going to be in pieces all over this. But trust me, it comes to a point where you just leave that over to your God or whoever it is, and you get mission focused, tunnel vision, and you do what you're trained to do. If you're not that type and this is not what you want in your life, do not go infantry. The bonus is not enough to keep you happy. Told my own story before. My first year in to my first 2 years in, I made an extra 30 minutes every morning just to wake up, sit on the edge of my bed, and cry. Cry. And I'm crying and talking to myself. I'm like, where you do this to yourself for? I'm talking to myself in Patois, right? I'm like, look which part of Jamaica you come from. Wait, look which part you're there. Where you are doing in Germany? Where you do over here so in a rapid deployment unit? A war, they must, brother, fix up your life. This is not for you. You know, this is not your war. So I tell myself, you know, and then you give yourself that minute, that 30. I gave myself 30 minutes of bawling. And literally tears were hitting the floor because the training is rough. And y'all think basic training is rough? wait, wait till you get to your unit. When you get to that unit, you're going into a unit of seasoned killers. You're going into a unit of a machine that is well oiled and moves like a machine. You're an odd part. You're going to have to earn your spot there. So don't think, oh, you go through basic and everything is good. Nah, wait till you get to that unit. This is where you're the new guy. This is where you get called all kinds of names. The shit bag, the tent peg, the fuck face, the dickhead. I could give you all the names, right? So, mommy, when your little son go off and you hear him say, I'm in the infantry, he's not telling you the other half. The other half is he gets treated like shit. But he's around a bunch of guys who will literally kill in real time for him and for his family. But you have to earn your way into that. Once you earn your way into that and you are one of those, you're one of the wolves in the pack. And then you move like wolves among sheep, right? Right. But you got to earn your way into that. If this is not your mentality, please don't take infantry. I cried, and then I said, frigate, this is it. I'm going to have to assimilate. A lot of people can't assimilate. I told you all a story about the guy who was my bunkie. He was sleeping on the top bunk. I'm at the bottom bunk. I heard in the middle of the night, man just lose their mind because ain't everybody could. It's a spiritual experience going into a combat zone, knowing that what your job is. This brother is crying. I'm here now, Migla, and that was. I'm waking up out my sleep. I'm like, what is this sound? I jump out of my bunk and I look up and there's blood everywhere. He there cutting his arm. He just cutting his arm. He just cutting his arm. He's like, I can't do this, Matt. They call me Big Mac, right? He's like, I can't do this, Matt. I can't do this. Remember I told you there's too much testosterone in here. And inside of me, I was laughing even seeing that because, you know, he was super feminine as a guy. And it was too much testosterone in here. There's nothing in here for me. I can't do this. You think they let him go? You think somebody walked him downstairs and say, hey, you're not fit for this job. We understand. We thank you for trying. You know, go on home. Didn't go like that. Matter of fact, he was one of the guys that ended up going AWOL, and they caught him. They caught him one night. He was missing for like 2 days, and they caught him one night downtown Atlanta and brought him back, and then stood him in the front of the formation the next morning. The next time he ran away again, they caught him in another state and brought him back, stood him in front of the formation again. And there he was. I remember them going into his pockets, and they emptied out his pockets. You know those dollar shots? $1 shot them at the liquor store? Yeah, a beer at them, they'll fall out of the youth pocket. Just beer dollar shots falling out of his pocket. He ran away, man, hid in the woods for days, got drunk down in the city, went back. He was living in the woods. He was trying to make up his mind that this ain't for him. But when you sign that contract and you lift that hand and you swear, they are going to hold you to that. I can't tell you how many. This is not your, I'm working at Walmart. I don't like the job. I could do better than this. I don't like the manager. I don't like that girl right there, and I don't like him. F this job. I'm out. Nah, you can say F this job all you want to. Your ass gonna cry through it. I remember one of the sergeants saying, listen, we're gonna teach you responsibility. I don't give a fuck what you do with your life after. How much did he sign up for? He said 4 years. He said, I don't give a fuck what you do with your life after you honor this commitment for 4 years. But I'm going to teach you that when you sign on that dotted line, you honor that contract. So you came here a boy, you're going home a man, and you're going to learn to live as a man. I'm telling y'all, a lot of my growing up I did in the army. You know what I mean? Don't let that bonus fool you. Wifey said talk about it a little bit. I can't get into too much more details of the stuff that you really, really are going to do. But I can tell you this. If there's a part of you that wants to know, see, a part of me wanted to know. A part of me wanted this. My dad is a soldier. My grandfather is a lifelong JCF, Jamaica Constabulary Force police officer as well. So a part of me wanted to explore all that. And like I said, when I went and got with the recruiter, it was the guy with the blue cord on his uniform and the jump boots that got my attention. And I was like, he doesn't look like anybody else. I want that. And he was like, you don't have the balls to hang with the big dogs. See, I'm the kind of person that's up for a challenge. I'm the kind of person that says, if you tell me no, oh yeah, it's going to be a yes for sure, right? If you're not that kind of person, leave infantry off your list. There are so many other MOSs. This is how we say it in the military. The infantry is the backbone of the military. Everything else exists to support the infantry. A lot of people have a problem with that, but if you look at it, it's factual. If you have a military that cannot fight, then you don't have a military. So obviously the fighting part of your military is the backbone of your military, correct? Right. So we walk around, every infantry soldier walks around with a chip on his shoulder, walk around with his head held high, his chest sticking out. We speak in a certain kind of way. We get to it, that kind of thing. And we're known amongst all the others to be that type. I can't tell you how many times you roll into a base and they're like, the infantry guys are here. The infantry guys are here. You know, just to know that you're a part of that unit and you move that kind of way, it brings great pride. However, if you're not that and you're not built like that, don't do it. Don't go for it. You're not going to like it. You're going to want to get out, and it could be a waste of your time. I tell everybody like this: find something that you absolutely love to do. Me, I saw people jumping out of airplanes. I saw people running in 4-man teams out the back of the Bradley when the back goes down of the tank, and 4 peel off that way, 4 peel off that way, special forces stuff. I'm like, that's what I want to do. If you're not that guy, don't go infantry, because that's what infantry does. All right? They're merciless when it comes time to be merciless, literally. So don't do it. Don't do it. And again, the bonus is not going to be enough to wipe your tears away or to comfort you, because it gets rough. It gets super rough. There are times when we're in the field, out in the bushes, out in the woods, 60 days straight, 90 days straight, and then you deploy for a year to a year and a half, and you only come home for 2 weeks. These are the things you go through. If you're not built for that, don't do it. This is why a lot of people get in, and then they're like, I can't stand this, and I don't even want to change my MOS to something else, reclassify. I'm just getting the hell out, because you formed a bad relationship with the military, and now you have a bad taste in your mouth. The people that I've put into the military, none of them have gotten out, and none of them want to get out. And they still stay in touch with me. None of them, and I'm not no recruiter. I've never been a recruiter. I'm an independent recruiter, or I'm a kind of person that try to steer people in the right way. Like, yo, I know a way that you can be a part of something greater than yourself. And not only that, you will have benefits that will last you a lifetime. You can really take care of yourself and take care of your family and live above a certain level, right? Okay, show me how. Boom, it starts with military service. I don't think I really want to do that. Okay, because I don't want nobody sending me to war, and I'm not no frontline fighter and stuff. I got you. What is it that you love to do? I'm more like a finance kind of person. I like, they have that too. Another guy, why SouFLo, man? I don't know if me I do all that star. I cook me like cook. I want up one restaurant one day. I swear, I put this one in. I want up one restaurant one day. I said they got that too. Really? I say, yes, man, you can go in there and cook. Whole 20 years of cooking, and you won't never be on no damn front lines. Really? You could work in a mail room, sorting mail. And when you get out, you go work with the postal service. Good benefits and everything. And your military years count into the postal service years. So if you did 10 years in the military, when you get out and you go work for the postal service, and that's what you were doing there, you only have 10 more years to your retirement. And you come out as a civilian, work in the postal service world, do 10 more years, collect your full pension, everything like that, plus your military benefits, blah, blah, blah. I'm setting people up to be successful. Don't set yourself up to fail. Choose something you absolutely love to do that nobody, like if they told me, you want to do this, but we're not really paying, we're going to have to see how the pay go. Oh, I'm in because that's what I like, right? If it ain't that for you, don't do it. That's my warning, and that's my 2 cents for the brothers who've been streaming down the timeline about, I hate this. They lied to us. This is not true. This is not it. It is it. You just didn't do enough research. You just didn't do enough research. And I hate seeing people fall into that too. I could cry and go through it, but I know a lot of people who, once they start crying, they're broken. They can't go through it. And I would hate to see you spend 4 years or however long your contract is waking up to cry every single morning. I got over my crying. I got over my crying and got vicious. I don't know if you could do that, but I got over my crying. So that's what it takes. All right. Reggae Girl says, SouFLo, going in the Air Force, you still got the same benefits like the military. Absolutely. The Air Force is a part of the military, Reggae Girl. The Air Force is so we live so rough as infantry soldiers. Okay, say for instance, you're in a combat zone, right? You'll have the Air Force. Your Air Force is there. If we get jammed up, we call in air support. Who you think is coming in, right, to light shit up for us? So they're way over up on the next base, right? When we go over there, let's go visit our brothers and sisters. So we do a convoy and we head over there. When we go over there, they don't even look like they're on deployment. I mean, everybody's set up with individual rooms. People have computers. People have like their dining room area, their mess hall, their cafeteria, whatever you want to call it. It's like 5-star dining in the middle of the damn desert. I'm like, yo. So we used to call them the chair force instead of Air Force, but it's an inside thing joke. Yeah, Air Force, Navy, Army, Marines. Some people put Coast Guard in there as well. That's the military. So yeah, the benefits are the same all across the board. And every enlisted man gets paid the same all across the board. So I mean, nobody fool you and tell you about them get X, Y, Z. Just ask what is your rank. And if you know their rank, you'll probably know how much they get paid. But it ain't about that though. Reggae Girl says, okay, I'm smiling because that's where my son is heading in Florida now. Reggae Girl, he'll be all right. Even if he went into the army, he would be all right. It just depends on what he wants to do. Right? Yeah, Mr. Goldie Robbins. the Air Force bases is like college life. It's like they're dormed out, and same thing for Navy. Navy is pretty much the same, kind of softer kind of thing. Marines now, that's a whole different ball game. The Marines actually says the Army means ain't ready for the Marines yet. Them some hard charging, dick swinging motherfuckers. But the Marines and it's the same thing for the Marines too. You have the infantry, and then you have, except for in the Marines, everybody is a rifleman. Because everybody got to be able to man that rifle in case anything goes wrong, in case shit hits the fan, right? Even the lady behind the desk who is doing your finance and stuff, she's still a riflewoman. She's still a rifleman. But you still have the infantry, who these are the guys that they're the ones that take the most casualties. They're the ones that stick together the most. They're the loudest. They're the most aggressive. They're the ones that fight when time comes to fight. We have that for the Army. We have that for the Marines. And if that ain't your thing, don't do it. Just find what you love to do. The military in all branches has all kinds of jobs up and down. Just look, find the one that's closest or the one you love, and go that way. And you'll be all right. You will probably love it. On the other side, if you choose the right MOS from day one, you will probably love it so much that they will have to force you to leave. Probably only an injury could make you leave or something like that. But you're not just going to get up and walk out, because the camaraderie that you will have built, the kind of lifestyle that you will have built, it's not founded out here. And that's why a lot of them have trouble when they leave the military, making it like out in civilian world. It takes a lot of adjusting, But yeah, if you choose the right thing, you will absolutely love the military and I know the Army for real. Reggae Girl says, my nephew is a doctor in the Air Force, and my son is drawing in that direction. They're if they're doctors, then they're in the officer corps. Then they are a different part of. They don't even get paid the same. They're the only people who get paid differently. They're not enlisted people. Right. Now DJ T preparing to go into Iran right now. Reggae Girl, those are the ones DJ T prepared to go to. Audrey Wright says, no, I understand why I love movie about the Marines. It's the swinging part. Audrey, all that testosterone, there's too much testosterone in here. I can't take it, man. I can't handle it. Oh man. Wherever that brother is today, I hope his life turned out good. It was all growing and learning for all of us, man. For a ball, I cut up himself, so John no star. It gets rough. It gets rough. All right. Enough of that. I think I honored what Wifey asked me to talk about. And I hope that it does shine some light on and help some young whippersnapper who's thinking of going in this direction. And please remember, I'm not speaking from somebody told me so. I didn't read no books for this one. This one is life. This one is my life. This one I did it, so I know. And I'm telling you from experience, so you can make better choices and end up being happy, right? All right. With that said, uh, we have the Noel Maitland situation. I think I should just go on auto. Yes, you did a great job explaining. I appreciate that, Audrey. Thank you. D'Angel releases a new song. Thanks for bringing back memories, Miss Goldie Robinson says. Shout out to all my vets in here, and shout out to all active duty that tune in as well. Freedom ain't free, boy. And when they say freedom ain't free, they ain't lying. So D'Angel released a new song, right? Single Mother. The name of the song is Single Mother. I seen D'Angel playing Cargo and Cargo playing D'Angel really close. You know, I wanted to live vicariously through Cargo, and you have to give D'Angelo one thing, but I'm a married man, so I shouldn't even be talking in that context. But you know what I say, as a man, if I wasn't, D'Angelo always been one of them people that I had a crush on. I don't know why, but well, I do know why. She's beautiful, and she have some long legs. And I remember she said something like she didn't want to wrap them leg around when name they and give him one. Just a one show and give him. I think it was Bujo. And I was like, can I be Bujo then? But anyhow, D'Angel, I always wondered why D'Angel didn't just do modeling. Because she looked like a model. And I hear people say all the time, boy, for a big woman, she still good. She stay good, period. It's not just for a big woman. D'Angel just still good, period. Like the end of the sentence. Big woman, young girl, whatever. But you know, the track record there speaks volumes. So D'Angel releases a song, Single Mother, in May. Shout out to Yard Hype. The song was dedicated to hardworking mothers, and it appeared to be based on her own true life experiences with the artist, mentioning her son she had with Beenie Man, Marco Dean. She also stated in the single that her son, Marco Dean, could not depend on his father, which suggested that he is hardly in his son's life and he is non-dependable as a daddy. That's the last thing you want to hear anybody say about you as a father. I would hate for any of my kids to say, yeah, my dad never comes through for me. I can't depend on him for nothing. That sounds super bad. In my mind, that's what a deadbeat is, right? So that's what is in her song. The Marco Dean can't depend on his father, which suggests that he is hardly in his son's life. Now, during a clip from an interview that started circulating on Wednesday online, Beenie Man also was asked about D'Angel's new song, right? Seemingly irritated by the damn question, by what the song suggested about his lifestyle, Beenie Man told the interviewer not to play it. I guess the interviewer said, you want to hear it? Because he was like, no, I don't want to hear it. Don't play it. So the DJ went on to state that he is very involved in his son's life. He's very involved in his children's life. And he said, I am always in my kid's life. Always. Like 100%. So anybody who said that, a lie. Lie them I tell. And anybody who sing that, lie them I tell. So if you are talking about Messiah, if you are talking about Moses Jr., and if you are talking about Marco Dean, a lie she a tell. A lie at that. Just by his answer alone, you can tell that he heard the song already. Because if the interviewer said, if you want to hear it and him will play it, and him said, don't play it, that, that means he already heard the song, right? Beenie Man further stated that D'Angel's song lyrics had nothing to do with him. How could you say that if you haven't heard the song? He heard the song. He said it has nothing to do with him. And he suggested that someone else wrote that song for her. She just has sing it. You know, nothing to do with me. Whoever write that song there for her, and she sing the song. It's not about her story or about me. The DJ also shared that he paid for Marco Dean's education and he was with him on Father's Day just recently as well. So while Beenie Man may not believe that the Angel song has anything to do with him or how they co-parent, the singer shared an interview with the Jamaica Star that she, the Angel, was overcome with emotions while